Yo, what's going on, everyone? Surprise! Character's review on the Morbius trailer. Obviously, most people have probably seen it by now. Whoa, what's going on, everyone?
Sorry.
Just hanging out.
Sorry about that.
I was like, did I just hear myself?
Got
Is that how I sound like? Well, anyways, I'm Jeff at Geek Driven, and I am playing hooky for about 15 minutes. So myself and my buddy here,
Anthony, comics are great.
and I can watch this and do a trailer reaction. This is our first time doing a trailer reaction together, so this is going to be fun. I don't know. What are your thoughts on Morbius?
I know a few things about Morbius. I know that he's a Spider-Man character. I know that he is like a hero / villain sometimes, depending on how he's written. Well, and I mean, I'm looking forward to the movie. Looking forward to seeing how they're written. They're gonna write him. Hopefully, it's gonna be in the same vein because you never know with Morbius. He's a part vampire. Almost all vampire, and that's the hunger that drives him. That's what causes him to go after people and kill people, and eventually, that's what brings him into line with Spider-Man, Venom, and sometimes in the comic books, the Punisher, or even Blade. Because
I mean,
here you have Blade the Vampire Hunter.
Morbius is Dexter before Dexter, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
he goes out there, and I mean, he's not a normal vampire. He doesn't like suck the blood using his teeth. He has these little suckers on his hands, and I mean,
right.
it's a totally weird, different take on a vampire, but it's cool. And
yeah, it is.
I've loved Morbius when I was growing up, just reading his books, reading Midnight Suns, reading him in Spider-Man comics, Blade comics. So, I'm looking forward to watching it. I think everyone gives Jared Leto a bad rap because he had that Joker role. But, I don't think he did too bad.
No, I think he did really good. He
was a gangster Joker, right?
Right.
Like, there's so many different versions.
It was written. It was written that way. So, an actor can only do as much as they're given. And Jared Leto, for what he was given, I think he did an awesome job in it.
But his look, he looked like the Joker to me. So,
yeah.
I mean, at least a version of him.
I mean, at least he gets a different, it's a different character. Now, what's unusual is that he's done a DC role and now he's doing a Marvel role.
Yes.
There's very few actors that have done both, so.
And he's a really good actor. I will always give him the benefit of the doubt. He's had way more, greater roles than he's had bad roles. So I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna find out how connected it is to the MCU, to Spider-Man, to Venom.
Right.
We'll
this
see how that goes.
Supposed to be connected to the Venomverse, right?
Is it? I don't know. See, like I don't know how connected anything is in the Sony world. We haven't seen anybody cross over before, so right now it's just an open book.
Yeah, I mean, I think theory-wise, from what I've heard, that it's supposed to be a solo movie, but it is in one way, shape, or form supposed to be connected to the Venomverse.
Well, I mean, we did see Michael Keaton in the trailer, like teasers back in the day. Right. So, I mean, that could be the connection, but we don't know how.
Right.
So, I guess with that said, are you ready?
Absolutely. Let's get this ball rolling.
All right. Let's get this going. All right. Let me get on to it.
That looks creepy.
Yeah, man.
Right there.
Okay, see, right here, this is probably that teaser before the trailer thing, right? So I don't know. He looks like
it's a 3-minute trailer. Holy, this is a long trailer.
Oh, dang. All right. Well, here we go.
Okay. Damn.
You need a doctor?
I am a doctor.
That's right.
I should have died years ago.
People all over the world have my disease.
Amir. To find a cure, we have to push the boundaries, take the risks. If you're gonna run, do it now.
I'm Batman.
I was gonna say, I was wondering about
Been
that.
missing for 2 months.
When you're a stranger,
Then you were found on a container ship that washed up off of Long Island.
faces look ugly. When you're alone,
I'm digging the music.
Yeah.
What did you do to yourself, Doctor?
Oh, nice.
I wish I knew.
Nice.
I went from dying to being more alive than ever.
it worked.
Not exactly. I have increased strength and speed and some form of bat radar.
Echolocation.
What else can I do?
That's right. Oh. Yo.
There are limits. There has to be.
Oh, and you saw Oscorp.
Oh, okay.
Hunt and consume blood.
Michael. When you're a stranger,
Okay, the makeup is great.
You control
Yes, it is.
I don't know.
Half the city wants to kill you.
We haven't had anything this good since that thing in San Francisco.
The other half
Oh.
wants to control you.
Hey, Dr. Mike,
No.
you and I should stay in touch.
Oh.
I'd do
Interesting.
anything to save a life. But I don't know what I'm capable of.
You save lives, you don't take them. Are you here to heal the world? Or to destroy it?
Damn.
Who the hell are you, man?
I know. I'm just kidding. It's Dr. Michael Morbius at your service.
That was great.
All right.
I love that ending. See,
Wow.
all right, there's your connection. That answers one question right there.
Yeah, so that means obviously they, we can talk about what up, Chef.
What's up, Chef?
What up, Inja Binja?
How you doing, back issue?
Oh yeah, Paulie was here, Nicole was here. Thank you all for jumping in.
Fernandez
Jarrell
was here. Yep.
Yeah, obviously they connected it because they mentioned an event in San Francisco,
Right.
so
And
they
then
know that Venom work is actually in their world.
Right. And not just that, but I also saw a flash of the Oscorp building.
Did you? I didn't see that.
Yeah, let me
hold up.
Yeah. Bring it back up. Bring it back up. Yeah, we
All
gotta go through this real quick. I thought I saw Oscorp.
Okay,
All right,
where
roll
exactly?
back
About
past-
halfway?
past, keep on going. Yeah, keep on going back. All right. Let's see here.
So this would be around here, right?
Yeah.
So hold on, let me see if I can, because I didn't see any other buildings before
Yeah,
that.
no, it was around there. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I was seeing things, but I thought I saw Oscorp.
Okay, so here's
All right.
the building scape. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see.
Form of bat radar. What else can I do?
Well, I don't see. Yeah, I don't see any other buildings. I didn't see it, but it kind of looked like it. That middle one that we saw, right?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find that one again. Yeah, I don't know where it was.
Oh, I just jumped out here. I'm rolling it on my second screen here.
Okay.
Just real quick. Station with Marvel.
Right here. So that's the screen I got. That's
okay. All right. Maybe I was seeing anything else. Horizon.
I mean, this building in the middle, that looks like Oscorp. Because it was kind of roundish, right? but I don't know if
I don't
that's
know
the
why I
same.
thought I actually saw, unless it was this. I could have been wrong.
Well,
All right, if I do see it, I'm gonna have to take a snapshot.
okay, you'll have to post that somewhere. But yeah, I mean, it's I mean, we had him connected with the Venom verse,
Right.
and then we saw Michael Keaton.
Yes,
So
that's quite interesting.
okay, wait, where should we start? We start with that, or do you want to just start from the very beginning?
What? Let's start it from the beginning.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. So we saw him, you know, he's kind of, you know, decrepit. He's basically dying, right?
Right. He's
Because
very
he's
sick.
got a blood disease. I mean, obviously they don't mention that in there,
Right.
but it's a blood disease. What up, Super Saiyan guy? Super Saiyan Uzumaki. So right now, I mean that they're going by the comic book. He had a blood disease. He's trying to figure out how to cure himself and other people like him. And I think that, you know, the way they do it, it's pretty cool. I don't remember how he exactly got his. I swear it was like a formula or something.
Yes.
So
it's almost similar to like how Man-Bat, you know,
right.
became, you know, Langstrom became Man-Bat, you know,
or like the Lizard, like
Right.
Dr. Connors, right? They took some kind of serum and it turned them into
right.
whatever they
It was
became.
like almost like a cross between the both of them, because it's a doctor, you know, looking to try to get better.
So
And
I don't know if that's how the origin is today.
original,
Like,
right.
yeah, because they could have retold it. Because I know that's the original.
Yeah. But I don't know if this is actually the same as the original.
Yeah, we'll see, because I don't remember, you know, I don't see a serum. I see him cutting his hands and all
Right.
these
Well,
bats
but
coming.
you do see like a lot of leads get attached to him.
Oh, you know what though? Maybe he cut his hands to attract the bats to come out because he needs something from the bats.
Right.
So okay,
You know,
so maybe that's how it
that
works.
they have to bite him in a certain place, you know, so that way his blood can absorb as much as whatever it is that's coming off of them into his body.
Right.
And somehow, either with all the medication and all the you know, whatever he does to himself, mixed with the bad venom, that obviously changes him.
Right.
And it takes time, because they said it was, what was it, 2 months that he
Is that what he
winds up.
said? Oh.
Yeah, I think that he was on an island, and then he winds up on a freighter, you know, off the coast of Long Island.
So I really, really hope that we're not going to take forever to get to that part where he becomes a Morbius. Like I like maybe the first 15, 20 minutes, give me the backstory, and then let's go. Let's get it. Let's rip right through.
I think it may take a little longer than that. You know, I'm thinking maybe half hour. Okay. You know, tops. You know, until we get to that point. You know, and then obviously he starts discovering his changes. You know, his powers, his gifts, whatever you want to call them. You know, his talents, the echolocation, which look really cool.
Okay, now the effects, those special effects with the echolocation, him flying, him like bamfing almost like Nightcrawler. Yes. Like that was pretty amazing. I like it. I'm not, you know, we'll see how it looks on the big screen.
Right.
But
the makeup
looks cool. Oh, the makeup.
Oh, the makeup looks awesome.
All the close-ups were great. So they were on point that day when they did the makeup.
But to me, it's like, you know, like how you see him with without a shirt, you know, reminded me of, you know, like you know, like in an episode of The Flash, it was lightning gave me abs, you know. So for him, you know, whatever he did gave me abs.
See, I've been lucky to have owned 101 at one point in my life when I was a kid.
Oh, wow.
But I did trade it away, which sucks now, especially now.
Well, now, yeah, now we got the movie.
And I did read it before I traded it, like multiple times. And I do remember that he never discovered that he had powers until like he felt weak, and then it was like he was dying,
Right.
and then if like he almost dies, he basically dies, and then he becomes Morbius.
Okay.
So yeah, it's I think that's how I remember the story went, but it's I hope that's how they kind of make it go, because it looks like he's getting like really pale, and he's just he's gonna end up in like an alley somewhere just dying.
Right.
Let's also talk about that whole connection. Let's get to the meat of it.
Okay.
So, like I said, we heard the San Francisco event. The
Yes.
creature in San Francisco. Don't look like that guy. Or and then he even says his name.
Yes.
Venom.
I'm Venom.
We see Michael Keaton. Right.
That was great.
We see the Spider-Man poster. Right.
So, they're obviously, working towards, bringing Spider-Man, Venom, Morbius. They're trying to set up I don't know if they're going to call it the Spider-Verse or the Venomverse.
So, my theory is Sony messed up a couple years ago when they released some snippets of the Morbius movie, right?
Right.
That movie was obviously not supposed to come out until after the Venom 2 movie then, because they had not switched over the universe. So either it was Morbius that was going to switch them over to the universe, because it feels like they're now in the MCU. So it's Venom moved over to the MCU, and now Morbius is in the MCU as well.
Right.
Because we have Michael Keaton, who we know is in the MCU, right?
Oh, 100%.
And then we saw at the end, spoiler alert, at the end of Venom 2 that he saw Spider-Man.
Right.
So we are going to put two and two together. We are still just guessing until it's been,
confirmed
by anybody at Marvel. But, it sounds like their universe, the Sony universe, has actually moved over into the MCU and has merged with it. At the moment. How long it stays that way, I don't know.
Right, we'll see.
What up, Azorus? But it feels like they've finally got what Sony had wanted. I forgot her name. Is it Sarah, or I forgot her name? The lady in charge of Sony over there. She had leaked it out before.
I remember, okay. I don't know the name, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we're going to be a part of it's going to be a separate universe, but it's connected. And then so this is all it. This is all the fruition of everything that they've talked about for like 3-4 years. Right.
And we would have gotten here sooner, but we had the pandemic, and everything got stalled, so finally, we're getting to see, what everyone was working towards before the pandemic and have been working towards over the last number of months, so it's definitely exciting. This is, a great time to be a, comic collector, comic enthusiast, So this movie, while yes, they're going, because Marvel and Sony, other than Venom, they really haven't done anything horror-wise. So this is their first kind of leap into that genre part of Marvel, and along with Morbius, Blade is going to be hot on his heels, because without Morbius, there's no Blade in a sense. I mean, I know we had the movies in the late 90s, which helped start the MCU, but since then, there's been nothing. But I mean, I know you've had a show, but in comics, Morbius goes hand in hand with Blade.
I agree. In the comic books, yes. Because I mean, they're both part of the Midnight Suns, right? Obviously, you've got a vampire and a vampire hunter.
Yes, and then you got Ghost Rider eventually.
I even remember reading the comic book where they meet Blade and Morbius, and he goes, "Wait, he's hunting him," but when he meets him, he goes, "Wait, you're not a normal vampire. You're not even a vampire." So
Yeah, Morbius wasn't what Blade was expecting.
no. So I mean, it's. I
So
can't
Eric,
wait to see all of that. I can't wait to see them
oh
all
yeah,
together. So in regard to them now coming over to the MCU, do you think it's a short-term thing or a permanent thing? Because remember, Sony still owns all the
right.
Spider-Man stuff. They all the characters. Right now, it's up in the air what happens after No Way Home, because there's no more contract after his. So he does this movie and then he gets to do one more appearance in the MCU. After that, there's no contract.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a short-term thing,
Mhm.
but I hope it's a long-term thing, because I don't see Sony doing anything but making money if they're not in the MCU. Okay, they'll I think they'll do much better as a part
What
of
up,
the
Eric?
MCU rather than being separate from their having their own universe. If they do that, if they like rip Spider-Man and Venom out of the MCU and create their own universe, they're gonna piss off a lot of fans. They may lose a lot of fans and money. I mean, we never you never can tell, but a lot of times when Sony goes it alone, they don't exactly do their best work with Marvel. When they're together, they make some magic. They make some serious magic, Um, and if they could stay together and have a solid contract, nice, maybe a 10-year contract, it could be 10, 15, 20 years, Sony Sony is going to make money.
I,
Either way, they'll make money, but I think they'll make more money as a part of the MCU than in their own universe.
yeah, I think to me, Sony's 50-50, right? They're
Right.
batting 500 at this point, because I think it's like half good Spider-Man movies and half are not so good
Well, let's
that they
go
made
through
on
them.
their own.
Right, let's go through them. You got
Okay,
Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man 1,
all right, that was
which was
good. Good.
solid, classic,
Good.
one of the
I'm good
best.
with that. Yep.
Yes.
Number two,
2,
the best
yes,
out of
yes.
almost every Sony Spider-Man movie. I think
And
it is
then
the
they
best.
went from the best to
On
number
that
3.
third. Okay, so that is got to be where we went. We took like 5 steps backwards instead of
Oh
moving
yes,
forwards. And then you've got the Andrew Garfield
Garfield,
Amazing Spider-Man.
which was pretty good.
Okay, the first one is okay.
Yes,
I will give it above 50% for sure.
yes.
You know,
And
maybe
then
in
you
the 80,
got
70, 80%. But
right the second one.
oh man,
The
that
second one to
second
me
one
was
was so
like
bad.
Spider-Man 3, okay? Because
No, at least Spider-Man 3 had Venom in it.
yeah, but the way they did it,
I still got it.
you
when
know,
you're dying to see Venom, I
I
still
mean, when you're
got him.
doing this,
As
that
Peter Parker, yeah,
yes, you know,
yeah, I can't argue with that. I mean, it's funny. I get it.
but yeah,
But if the movie was really good, that would have worked,
yes,
right? Because then
but
you get the
it flopped.
contrast. Yeah, but
Yeah,
it flopped, and that just is now a meme.
yeah,
Yeah, so I would definitely say that it's actually 50-50.
yeah. Why not? Well,
And the
it's a
Venom, look, Venom
movies,
gets it because it's Venom.
right?
They're gonna get their
Yes, no,
money.
the first one was great. I think they exceeded everyone's expectations. We thought it was going to possibly flop, but it did great. Tom Hardy was, he was good.
I mean, they're
For a low
better than
budget Venom
Spider-Man
movie. Yes,
3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2.
yes,
I don't know if they're better than the other Spider-Man movies.
no, but I would it's good, better than the worst two.
Yeah.
I would probably watch that more than the first Amazing Spider-Man
Amazing.
movie. Yeah.
Okay. I will give you that. That I
Right.
would probably put them above.
Now,
But that's what I'm
it.
saying. Like,
That's as high as it goes.
they're that we're not. It's not saying that much.
No, it's not. And then you have Venom 2. It was okay. Wasn't great.
No,
It
it's
wasn't as
very
good as the first one. It
straightforward.
was okay.
Yeah,
And it was a very fast movie.
yeah. There's not much depth to it. It's just a very ABC movie.
And to me, it was very predictable.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You
And
know,
look,
so
we're gonna see all those characters because they found a different way to, like, you can tell that we never saw her die, right?
right.
I'm not gonna say who. I'm not trying to ruin movies for people. And then we also, there's a way out because the symbiote pretty much still exists.
Right.
So I mean, there's another way out of all of it, and we can all bring it back. And I think they've been planning it so that they can get Spider-Man in that universe, which
Right.
if they couldn't bring Spider-Man to that universe, I guess they brought that universe to Spider-Man.
Right. And that was the point. The next point I was going to bring up is that because now he's a part of the MCU, now you got another out because these characters probably exist in this universe.
So I'm crossing my fingers. That after all is said and done, we see No Way Home, we see Doctor Strange, we see Morbius.
Right.
And they agree, and they've probably had an agreement already.
Right.
That they're going to continue the relationship in a different way.
Oh,
right?
actually, we didn't go over those last two movies either.
Which two movies is
we
that?
didn't go over No Way Home.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, you mean Far From Home? I mean Homecoming
Home.
And Far From Home.
Right.
Okay, so Homecoming was great.
Yes.
Far From Home, it's not as good as I would say the first two Spider-Mans.
Right.
But I actually really like it. If you think, like, it's part of it was okay, and then part of it was really great.
Yes.
So that's
Spider Monkey. I mean,
yeah. You got the Spider Monkey. You've got the you've got all the elementals, right? You've got Hydro Man, basically. You've got
to me that ruined it. I would have rather than have introduced Hydro Man than have him as an elemental.
No. I'm not. But that doesn't say that. I mean, it wasn't named Hydro Man.
No, it wasn't.
There could still be a Hydro Man. There was not called Molten Man.
Torch.
Yeah, it wasn't. None of these people were named.
No.
None of these elementals. So they can easily make it these people.
Oh yeah,
right? Because when you bring Sandman in, I mean, you get Electro, right? So I mean, they're part of like elemental based kind of stuff, right? I also think we're going to see a change in the connection. What's going on, Guy? I think we'll see a different connection between Sony and the MCU, like a more synergy, hopefully going forward. Because I don't want you to put them in and then take them all out.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna suck. It's like a tease. Hell, you made the decision. We're heading to our Secret Wars anyways.
Right.
And in Secret Wars, we have a bunch of people who are stranded on our Earth because their universes don't exist no more.
Right.
Right. So let's just do it. Let's keep the Sony characters in, because then we have a bigger sandbox to play with again.
Of course, right? Because if you take Venom, Morbius, and even Spider-Man, let's say, out. Fine. Spider-Man has
you'll take the Vulture, you'll take all his characters out.
I'm not saying that Spider-Man doesn't have a lot of characters. But when you compare to what you could have with the MCU, like here, the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, Homecoming, you had Iron Man in it. Okay. The second one, you had the was it the second one that you had the video recording of Captain America, I think it was.
Oh, yep.
Okay. So you have those options. You have more options to play with. You take them out, those options disappear. You know, so and people would love to see, you know, like eventually, you know, Fantastic Four is going to be in the MCU. X-Men is going to be in the MCU. So you can possibly have Spider-Man and Human Torch, which in comics they're together a lot. Okay.
No, no,
Spider-Man and Wolverine, which have classic storylines.
I want to see Spider-Man in a
People,
dorm with Bobby
yes,
Drake and Firestar,
right.
right? Like, come
Oh,
on, who doesn't want to
exactly.
see
Spider-Man and his
Firestar?
only friends, yes. So people have been waiting for this, and we're at the borderline. We're at the cusp of this possibly happening. And if Sony decides to just grab them, and because they want more money, I mean, they're gonna only shoot themselves in the foot. You know, so hopefully by introducing Morbius with this movie, you know, and they can add him to the MCU, you know, like you said, we have the Vulture there. It's just gonna be great, you know.
I think I have a funny feeling because way Feige had spoke about the relationship going forward.
Right.
He said something in the effect of we're not going to put our fans through the same thing they went through the last time they had a contract negotiation.
Yeah.
So my feeling is and this is just my theory, my personal opinion and theory is they've already worked something out under the table, you know, out of sight. No one knows. And they have probably some kind of agreement already because this synergy that they're doing now, why would you do it at the end of the contract?
True.
Right. At the end of the relationship, you don't put synergy together at the end of the relationship.
Right.
You put the synergy together to build upon the relationship.
Right. No, valid point.
So
Very
that's
valid
how
point.
I feel is that they've already know what they're going to do moving forward, and it's going to be together, yet still a little separate. You know, because Sony's still in control of their characters.
Right.
They're just going to have to go through Marvel to, you know, make sure the storylines match or at least things match up somewhat. You know, and again, I just want it. That's just my selfish opinion, my selfish want.
Well,
you know?
I don't think it's just you either. Believe me, a lot of us we're salivating here. You know,
Look, I just want to keep my Spider-Man. That's all. I just want to keep Spider-Man.
I mean, the only one who probably really doesn't care.
Oh, we know who doesn't care. We know who doesn't care. He's just jealous because there's no Daredevil in the MCU yet, and we've got Spider-Man already, and he's not even owned by Marvel.
Well, I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Daredevil series. Okay, I think that was one of the best shows to come out, you know, and the fact that Netflix let it go, dude, I think they broke a lot of people's hearts. They'll never be forgiven for that. Okay, and now that we're at a time where Marvel can pick up the pieces and put it together, and that you could possibly see Daredevil in a movie, you could maybe see Spider-Man on a Daredevil show or on the Punisher show.
Look,
okay,
that's all I want to see.
That would be great.
Look, there's so many possibilities.
Yes,
the Marvel team up books. There's so many things where Spider-Man was centrally involved with almost every character that we can still get those possibilities moving forward. And look, just hope for the best. Who you know, I don't want to listen to anybody saying, you know, oh, this is gonna go back to Sony. Sony knows that they're working together right now, and that doesn't make any sense to me to just end the relationship on working together and then just breaking it all up.
Because Sony is interested in one primary thing: making money.
Yeah,
and they want to make the most money that they possibly can. And
look, this is their bread and butter.
Yes.
So
Spider-Man is Marvel's #1 character. As long as there's a decent Spider-Man movie, people will go to the theaters. It's guaranteed.
Yep.
It's one of those characters that whether you're a comic fan or not, you've heard of Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's Superman and Batman. You hear that movie come out, people are going to watch it. Doesn't matter.
Exactly.
So,
you know, they're interested in this, and you make a good movie, people will come.
Yes. So, one last thought. What was your thought on the trailer?
Oh, I love the trailer. The trailer was great. Now, my only fear is this: you've had lousy trailers, which turned into good movies. Venom, the
and
first
vice
Venom movie
versa.
to me is one of them. The trailer was so, but the movie surprised everybody. But we've also had great trailers that have turned into flops,
Yeah.
like X-Men 3.
Look, there we don't need to name, we don't need to bring up,
No, but
bad memories.
But I personally hope that this trailer lives up to the hype.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
it looks
I'm right
great.
now. It looks
Yeah,
good.
it does. It looks really good. Will
Got a great
people
actor.
like that first weekend? It'll sell out.
Yeah.
It will. What happens after that will tell the tale.
Yep, we'll see. We'll see. I didn't want this. I didn't want to watch. Love Venom and love those movies. I don't necessarily love them. I like them,
Right.
but they could be better.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that they're the greatest, but I'm also not gonna say like they're definitely rewatchable. They're definitely fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
So with the Morbius movie, I'm really hoping the same. I'm hoping people get a little bit of thrill. I hope they get the little suspense, with that horror, and then I really hope that it just all connects in some fashion and works. Don't force it. Just
Right.
use the characters and use the actors that you have to make it all work together.
Right.
And I think we'll be fine. So I loved the trailer. I am looking actually more forward to watching it, which a trailer is supposed to do, especially a first one.
Right.
So with that said, Anthony, you want to take us out?
Absolutely. So hopefully, I hope all of you enjoyed our little one-on-one here. Watching the Morbius trailer. I don't know if any of you in the chat have seen it for the first time or you saw it before watching this. But like we all say, if you want to do it right, collect what you like, or in this case, watch what you like.
Yeah.